I have a client who's out on the road with the touring national band, and this is not about name dropping. This is about the rigors of the road. He has two Bogner Shivas, both of which have gotten pretty beaten up over the years. His main amp just had its switching power supply die while he's out on the road, and a guy in Nashville is apparently taking care of that, which I understand. But he's coming back to town this week, and they have some shows starting again Thursday. This was his backup Shiva that in the past had been robbed out, not by me, by his road crew for parts to keep the other Shiva running. And so since the other Shiva is waiting for a switching power supply, which is pretty common on these, I'll show you that. It's just a little preset circuit that Bogner sells. It does a lot of the fancy stuff inside. Anyway, since it's unknown whether that main amp will be back up and running by Thursday, it is time to bring this robbed out one back to life. So I've got two new proper fuse holders to go in, and I'll put those in. And the impedance selector switch is broken, and I've got the correct impedance selector switch to put in there. And it has no tubes. I've got a full set of tubes ready for this. And someone dropped this amp at some point, and the plastic shaft of this channel select knob got bent. I have the proper part to put in there. It's a bit of a pain in the butt. It has all these little connections, all of which have to be undone and then redone properly without damaging the little PCB it's mounted on. So I'm going to do the fuse holders and the impedance selector switch and bring it up make sure there's no fault in the power supply, put in tubes, make sure everything is working right, and then if everything else is go, then I'll deal with this channel selector switch. But if there's some other major fault in the amp that needs the time to get ready for this amp to be back on the road, he can live with a funky looking channel selector switch if necessary. He's primarily using the foot switch for changing anyway. So this is a nicety that I'd like to change out just because. But if anything else makes this thing take longer than expected, this may or may not happen in the time frame. So let me install new fuse holders and a new output impedance selector switch and see where we're at. All right, new fuse holders in place, all new tubes, new impedance selector switch set to 8 ohms right now. The amp settings are marked on the front panel where he usually uses it, so that's where I have everything set. And did I say all new tubes? Yeah, and it's biased about 40% idle dissipation because it's a Bogner Shiva and they are weird. So this is what it sounds like. I'm going to turn the recording level down for this. Hopefully we won't clip the lav mic I'm using. So down to -12 we go. And here's what it sounds like. So that's the clean setting. Let's see what his dirty setting sounds like. That hum is because I'm standing close to the amp. If I roll the volume up on the guitar, it goes way down. Need some chorus and delay on that bad boy. Anyway, I think the amp is pretty healthy. It's definitely louder than his other one. He was saying it wasn't as loud as it used to be, and it seemed pretty loud. It was putting out 50 watts clean, but apparently not as loud as this one. And that one is the one, his other one is the one where the switching power supply died. So that's probably the root cause of all the ills of that other amp. The tech in Nashville is apparently handling that amp. I'm going to get this one ready. So either way, he's ready on Thursday. Since everything is healthy, all the new tubes are good, it is time to put in a new channel selector switch. As much of a pain in the butt as that will be to do, it will be worthwhile doing. Well, that was a major pain in the butt, but it's changed, and everything's working, and it's solid, and it's going to get its celebratory new knob. Of course, it's got an Allen wrench on that thing, so I got to find the right Allen wrench that fits that and tighten it up, at which point it will be good as new. So the only thing left to do on this amp, besides put it back in its cabinet, and I need to see if it has the hardware for that. I think it came in without hardware. I may need to order some from Bogner. They use such weird things in their amps. The lamp indicator bulb, which is actually an LED that plugs in, is dead. There is 12 volts to the supply on it. It's just a bad bulb. So Monday I get to call Hollywood and see if Bogner will be nice enough to send me a new bulb for that. For a relatively small company in the grand scheme of things, they have very good customer support, in my experience, and getting parts has never really been an issue. And sometimes they'll say, hey, it's out of stock in our warehouse, but here's the part number and where we get it. And that's just, what a radical concept that someone at an amp company actually wants someone to be able to fix their amp and wants the owner's amp to work. It's a little bit different than another high-gain California company I could name. But anyway, let me put this back in the cabinet, make sure I've got all the hardware necessary for that, and then I'm just one bulb away from this thing being good as new.